There is a belief that after around elementary, school starts to run out of ideas and starts teaching you very niche topics that you don't really need to know unless your job in the future requires it. I, like many others, thought this was a flaw. Like, just let us get a job or something instead of spending another 7 years to learn stuff we don't need to know. But recently, I came to my own conclusion why this is. Do note that this is purely speculation and does not represent the school's reasoning. Or maybe it does, I don't know. But without further ado, let's uncover the mystery that is school. Before we can understand why school does this, we must understand the important stuff that school actually teaches. Believe it or not, but school teaches you some pretty important knowledge like math, reading, writing, important history, and stuff from science. You need to know how to read, write, and do somewhat complex math problems as the bare minimum for life outside of school. But you get to a point where learning starts to become more and more confusing, and you start to ask yourself, why are we learning this? It's not like I'm going to use this. Well, I'm glad you asked. When you get into middle school, you start to get a lot of work. Why? Who knows? But one thing I do know is that you're not getting all this work for nothing, probably. I think this work is an introduction into the real world. Now, I'm no adult, but from what I hear, being an unk is hard. Paying bills, going to work, doing stuff like that takes a lot of energy. School is preparing us for a ton of work by giving us homework. Yes, the topic might not be the most useful, but it is always a good way of teaching yourself how to cope with work. You aren't just learning the material, but also about yourself. How you cope with being overworked, having deadlines, and even cutting into your own free time. All of these things you need to know how to handle by adulthood. School is preparing you for adulthood. It lets you experiment with different ways to handle different situations to see what works best with you. Doing this in school doesn't punish you too hard whenever you mess up. It's just school. In real life, however, failing to finish your work or meeting a deadline can lose you your job. At the end of the day, school isn't all that bad. For me, it's alright. I'm almost in high school, so I really need to up my game, but realizing the secret meaning behind school has given me a lot more appreciation for my school and education system, even if I still don't like it. If you're still in school like me, I suggest you stop hating on school as much and pay more attention in classes. After all, classes are like meetings. Now let me say some things that'll boost this video with the algorithm. Trump is dead. Silk song release. Hollow Knight. Roblox CEO, free schlep ban, Silk song again because it's just popular.